All right. So, conflict. I wonder what you think about when you hear that word. Perhaps you think about situations like the war in Ukraine. Perhaps you think about reality TV dramas. It's a bit of Love Island there. Perhaps you think about disagreements within your friendship group. But whether it's on a large or a small scale, conflict is something that we come across in life time and time again. So learning about conflict and how to deal with it is very important. I want to show you a clip today from a program called The Tonight Show. It's an American talk show hosted by a guy called Jimmy Fallon. This is a clip from a while ago. It's from about 8 years ago. But we're just going to watch this little first bit as Jimmy explains what the upcoming segment is about. So this is him explaining what it is. Hopefully going to work.
Tomorrow night, Robinson Cano, the former New York Yankee All-Star second baseman, returns to Yankee Stadium for the first time since he left for a 10-year, $240 million contract with the Seattle Mariners. Now, obviously, Cano's going to hear a fair share of boos when he steps up to the plate tomorrow, and, well, that could be jarring for any player. So that's why, to get him used to it, we sent Robinson Cano out to the streets of New York to get booed by actual Yankee fans. But here's the catch. The fans thought they were just booing a cardboard cutout of Robinson Cano. They didn't realize that the real Robinson Cano was standing right behind it. Their reactions are pretty great. Check it out.
Yes, okay. So the gist of that then, just to summarise, baseball player called Robinson Cano, he's back playing in New York for the first time since he left the Yankees to play for a rival team. And Yankees fans are going to be encouraged to give a picture of him a piece of their mind, not knowing that the actual player is hiding behind the picture. So my question for you is, what do you think will happen next? What do you think will happen next?
Do you think they'll be embarrassed when they realise he's there?
They could be, yep. So possibly embarrassed about what they've been saying. They didn't realise the actual person was listening to them. Yep, great. What else? What else might happen?
Some of them might start getting quite angry with him in person when they realise it's him as well.
Yep, there could be some strong reactions, some anger there. Definitely. Possibly, yeah, I don't know whether they'd be angry not just towards the player, but maybe towards the TV crew because they've duped them into it. Shall we have a look? Let's watch the next part of the clip and see what happens.
Are you a Yankee fan?
Yes.
Now, Robinson Cano is coming back to Yankee Stadium tomorrow night for the first time since becoming a Seattle Mariner. Are you going to boo him?
Of course.
All right, well, we have this picture of him right behind you, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and boo it as much as you want.
Boo! You know what? You no longer welcome here. Bye.
Try again.
You no longer... Go ahead, too. How you doing?
Well, whenever you're ready, go ahead.
All right.
Give him your best boo.
Boo! You suck!
That was awesome. Maybe try it again.
Should I try it again?
Yeah.
How you doing, Robbie? Welcome back to New York.
Thank you.
You're back, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
No problem, man.
Are you going to boo him?
Yes, I am. Boo!
All right, well, we actually have this picture of him right behind you, so whenever you're ready, go ahead, boo him as much as you want.
Boo, Robinson. You should have stayed here. Winners is in New York, not in Seattle.
Try booing him one more time.
Boo! Stay in Seattle. We don't need you in New York. Hey! How are you? Good. How you doing? I'm good. How are you? I'm good.
Go ahead, boo him as much as you want.
Whoa! 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 How you doing? Thanks for the move.
No problem. I won't boot you. I won't boo you. I won't actually boo you. I'll be rooting for you to play well, but not win.
Brilliant. Okay, so what did happen there? Was it what you thought was going to happen? Was it different? What happened? What difference did it make when they saw the real guy, the real player.
Yeah, they backtracked quite a wee bit, didn't they?
Yeah, some quite significant changes of attitude going on there. Yep. What else? What else did we see, and what was the difference that it made?
They wouldn't say to his face what they'd say to his picture.
Yeah, yeah, it was totally different, wasn't it? Yep. I wonder which she thought was the more genuine of the two. You know, was one more genuine? Was one not? Were they both a bit genuine? Anyone else? Any other suggestions of what you saw happening there? Well, of course, it was just a silly game, wasn't it, for a TV show? And thankfully, all the people involved took it as such. Well, they seemed to, certainly, on the screen. You didn't see what maybe happened afterwards. But although it was a bit of fun, actually what you saw being illustrated was a big deal, because I think it touches on one of the things that actually is at the heart of the difference between peace and war. And it's this. It's really easy to throw abuse at or behave badly to someone when you're not seeing them as a person, as a whole human being. So when you de-humanise them. But when you do see the full person, when you see them as a human being rather than just an object, so when you re-humanise them, that transforms how you react, how you treat them, and how you behave towards them. And that reminds me of a couple of things that Jesus said. He said, love your neighbour as yourself. And he even said, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. And what I think is behind what Jesus is saying is exactly what that clip we just watched illustrated. When you de-humanise someone, it's easy to hurt them, it's easy to fight with them, it's easy to think it's okay to get other people to hurt them and fight with them too. So perhaps a key antidote to conflict is to re-humanise. So choosing to remember that the person on the other side is also a person just like you. So love your neighbour, love your enemies, re-humanise rather than de-humanise. Don't know if you remember, but that was the sentiment behind the Be Kind hashtag that went viral after the death of TV presenter Caroline Flack, wasn't it? Be kind, love your neighbour, love your enemies, re-humanise rather than de-humanise. Now, of course, choosing to do that, choosing to remember someone's humanity doesn't mean that any wrong words or actions just get swept under the carpet or ignored, because justice is really important. But even so, it should change how we respond to the person or people on the other side of the conflict, so that we respond with compassion and understanding, seeking to uphold their humanity rather than tear it down. Because when we do that, that's when we show our humanity. So, love your neighbour, love your enemies, re-humanise rather than de-humanise. What do you think? Is it possible to choose to see the humanity of someone who has a totally different opinion to you, or someone who's hurt you or other people? Does it matter what the difference of opinion is about? Does it matter how much hurt the other person has caused? If you try and change your perspective next time you notice you've forgotten about the person behind the words or actions, how do you see that altering your response? Is it easy to do, or is it difficult? We all want this school to be a place of safety and flourishing. So if you want support with any issues of conflict, whether that's in or outside school, please do talk to one of the chaplains, to Kevin, or one of the pastoral support teachers. And keep reflecting about the difference that seeing the real person behind the picture made to those fans. Love your neighbour as yourself. Love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. re-humanise rather than de-humanise? What difference might that make to you, to this school, to our community, or to the world?